Hi everyone. I'm gonna be showing all of the beginner Gorilla Tag players on how to do a lot of things, including how to run faster and how to wall climb, how to climb on trees, how to pinch climb, and how to jump in between walls. So I'm gonna show you that all in this video. So let's get started. So the first thing that I'm gonna teach you is how to run faster. So when you first start out, you're gonna be tempted to try pushing yourself directly up and be really jumpy when you walk, and this makes you a lot slower because you're not staying very close to the ground and you're just kind of just jumping up. So what you want to do is you want to have your hands parallel to the ground, and you want to take long, quick swipes to the floor, but you don't want it to be straight down because that makes you a lot slower. So you want to make them really short and try to be as least jumpy as possible. Okay, and also this could take a little bit of practice as a beginner. Don't worry, I had to go through it too. So if you struggle at the beginning, it's okay because I sucked at the beginning too. So after a bit, you'll be fine because practice makes perfect. So the next thing that I'm gonna show you how to do is how to jump between the branches. So basically, this is harder than running fast, but you're gonna try jumping up and grabbing a branch, and you want to try jumping on the other branches as quick as possible to get away from the taggers. And you can make your own little routes with these branches. Let's say you can take maybe that branch to that branch and then to that branch, and then you go there and then up there. That's one route. But basically sometimes it could be a little hard to balance, and it's not easy to stay on a branch without falling off. But all you gotta do is just keep trying and join public tagging servers, infection. So you just practice and practice, and over time you're gonna be able to jump between the branches way faster and with a lot less effort. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you is how to jump in between two walls. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to pick whatever hand you want on the... Actually, that's a lie. If you're on a wall facing to your left, you're going to have your left hand. And then if you have a wall on your right, you're going to use your right hand. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to have a dragging motion on the wall. But it pushes you off. And this dragging motion makes it so you need to push yourself up and to the side at the same time, because if you just push yourself up, it'll look like that and it won't take you anywhere. But if you just push yourself to the side, I mean, that's not going to get you anywhere. So what you want to try to do is to don't have your hands like this. That's a lot harder. So you need to try hitting the wall with your palm, and you need to try going from wall to wall. You have maybe a second of time where you stick on the wall like that before you fall off. So that comes to your advantage. So you can go between the walls. And remember, push up and to the side at the same time. And for everything I'm going to show you, practice makes perfect. You're not going to be amazing at it when you first start, but that's okay because that's how I was too. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to show you is how to pinch climb. And I advise using these two walls that are right here that I just showed you how to like jump in between. So you're gonna find this pillar, this wall, and you're gonna put your hands like that. You're gonna put both of your palms on the sides, and you don't want to be too far where you're like over here, because that makes it harder. So you want to be kind of close to the wall, and you want to grab it on both sides, pull yourself up, and then grab your hands on again. So if you do slowly, it looks like this. But if you do it in real time, it should look like this. And you're not going to be amazing at it, but practice takes perfect. And I know I'm saying this for every time, but I know there are going to be some viewers out there that get a little frustrated, and I did too. We're on the same page, don't worry. But it's going to be fine after you'll get so much better after only like a week of playing. Like, trust me. Okay, so here's an example of everything that you can pinch climb with. You can pinch climb like any sort of like pole or pillar or like a wall. And then you can pinch climb trees. And then if you wanted to, this one is definitely the hardest. You can pinch climb really sharp corners in walls like this. Just another tip for all the beginners. The walls have a thing. You see how the walls change color right here? Well, that's because the lighter side at the top there, they're called slippery walls. And you can't stick to them. It just makes you slip off. And this is because they don't want anyone getting out of the map somehow. But look, if I try to go on those walls, it won't let me, and I just fall right off. Okay, so the last thing we're gonna learn is how to wall climb. This is definitely the hardest out of all these skills that I've taught you. But it's gonna be okay. Because you just need a little bit more practice, but you'll be able to by no time. And by no time, I mean by 3 weeks or something kind of annoying like that. But that's okay because you'll be able to do it. So wall climbing is essentially when you have two walls that are basically forming like almost a right angle, but it's not a perfect right angle. It's kind of like parallel to each other. No, that's not the term. It's not the term. But they're basically, it's a corner in the wall, and this is what wall climbing looks like. Like, you take yourself on top to the top of the wall. So basically, to start learning this, you're gonna want to go to the city map, and I'm gonna show you right now where the city map is, because the walls have a perfect right angle. So it makes it a lot easier to climb instead of these walls that I just climbed. And this wall is perfectly straight, and there's no like rocky, like rigid edges like the other one. So basically, your hand sticks for about like a second, and you're gonna want to try pushing yourself up and to the other wall at the same time. You don't want to just directly push yourself to the other wall like that, because that won't work. And you also don't want to just like push yourself up, because that's not gonna work either. You want to try pushing yourself to the other wall but up at the same time, and you don't want to like do it like that or something. You want to have your palms to the walls. And you need to start it slowly. So like that. But when you have the hang of this wall, which is gonna look something like that, you get to the top, that's when you're gonna want to move to the forest walls. And the forest walls are a lot harder. Like, I was able to climb this wall in like 1 or 2 days, but the forest walls took me like 3 or like 4 weeks to learn. So I advise doing this wall right over here, and it's next to the entrance to the beach map. So it's right here, and it's a lot harder because it's not as perfect, and the edges are like kind of like, you know, they're not like, they're a bit rigid and a kind of bumpy, so it's a lot harder to climb. So this just takes way more practice than the other things, but you'll be able to do it. So that is all of the tips that I am giving you guys with today's video. I hope this video was helpful, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!